But okay, so this may surprise you, Peppermint, but I'm a big fan of Drag Race. Shock. And I got into it late because I came out late, but then once I did, I dived right in. When you look back at your time on that show, what are the feelings you feel, what are the memories that come to mind?
The experience of creating that show is obviously very different than the experience of watching it, and so when I watched it back, I was like, having all these experiences. But creating the show, it felt like we were making a TV show, which seems obvious, but it was really interesting to see how it all worked, and obviously the cameras and the director, the people behind the scenes, you just don't really get a chance to hear much from when you're watching the show. But the biggest thing that wasn't really, didn't really make it through the cut is really the camaraderie that our cast had. For instance, Trinity the Tuck is, she comes across extremely, especially on our original season, she came across as extremely competitive and cutthroat and such a bitch. And she's all of those things.
Of course.
But she also was the first one finished, so she had time to help everyone. She went around, she did my hair and everybody's hair a million times. She would help people with their makeup. She would make sure that she would stop you from going out and be like, oh no, we have to fix this thing. And and if I had been able to vote, our season didn't get a chance to vote, who got Miss Congeniality. If I had been able to vote on it, I would have voted her Miss Congeniality because she was really the most magnanimous in the group, I think.
I love that. Yeah, you definitely kind of missed that, especially with the early seasons of Drag Race, because I think they heightened some of the drama, while now they may be kind of we're going to be a little more PC. But, okay, your Madonna music lip sync moment. You're dressed as Material Girl Madonna, you do the MC Hammer dance, you do some Janet Jackson if dancing, the shotgun move, how much, obviously I'm an amateur lip syncer, how much of lip syncing is talent and how much is just instinct? You have some queens doing flips and backflips, and you have some who win because they did the right move at the right time and they're funny and they can combine it. What goes into when the music starts and you have to go?
It's probably all of those things. I mean, I had the lowest self-esteem in the challenges, and I said, let me just prepare. The only thing that I was confident about was my ability to perform on stage. Unfortunately, you have to lose the challenge to do that. So I was confident about that, and I was like, oh, I can't make a dress out of this trash bag. Let me just go learn the lip sync.
You have to get ready to dance.
I was like, I'm just gonna be over here practicing. And so that's what I basically did. Is every single day, once I knew that the lip sync was coming up, I would rehearse that and kind of just figure out okay, what would you do if you had to lip sync? And sometimes there was once I won the challenge. A few times I was in the top and I didn't have to worry about it. But I can guarantee you, every single time when we were in Untucked, which is backstage when you're waiting to hear the results, I was rehearsing the number. Even if I thought I had a chance of winning, I was like, let me just rehearse this number just in case. And so that was kind of my approach to the whole thing.